Jordan, and you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?
Yo, what's happening, man? It's the Kid Double R, man. Shouts out to Circle Internet Radio. Interview on the way. You know what it is. It's the Kid.
It's your boy YK I'm checking in. You can check me out on Facebook, ATK Instagram, Mr. Walk Down. And shout out to Circle Radio for interviewing me. Interview dropping soon.
Man, what's happening, man? AB on Belzer, man. I'm rocking with Circle Internet Radio. Shout out my boy G, man. We just dropped the exclusive interview. Go subscribe to my YouTube, AB on Belzer. Follow me on Instagram, AB on Belzer _. Mixtape on the way.
4K Trey, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Go follow my interview. OBGB the gang. Look me up on YouTube. Follow me on IG, 4K.Trey _ gang.
Circle Radio, all independent, all day long.
And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?
Yo, what's happening, man? It's the Kid Double R, man. Shouts out to Circle Internet Radio. Interview on the way. You know what it is. It's the Kid.
It's your boy YK I'm checking in. You can check me out on Facebook, ATK Instagram, Mr. Walk Down. And shout out to Circle Radio for interviewing me. Interview dropping soon.
Man, what's happening, man? AB on Belzer, man. I'm rocking with Circle Internet Radio. Shout out my boy G, man. We just dropped the exclusive interview. Go subscribe to my YouTube, AB on Belzer. Follow me on Instagram, AB on Belzer _ Mixtape on the way.
4K Trey, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Go follow my interview. OBGB the gang. Look me up on YouTube. Follow me on IG, 4K.Trey _ gang.
Circle Radio, all independent, all day long.
And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?
Yo, what's happening, man? It's the Kid Double R, man. Shouts out to Circle Internet Radio. Interview on the way. You know what it is. It's the Kid.
It's your boy YK I'm checking in. You can check me out on Facebook, ATK Instagram, Mr. Walk Down. And shout out to Circuit Radio for interviewing me. Interview dropping soon.
Man, what's happening, man? AB on Belgium, man. I'm rocking with Circuit Internet Radio. Shout out my boy G, man. We just dropped the exclusive interview. Go subscribe to my YouTube, AB on Belgium. Follow me on Instagram, AB on Belgium _ Mixtape on the way.
4K Trey, man, y'all know what's going on, man. Go follow my interview. OBG be the gang. Look me up on YouTube. Follow me on IG, 4K.Trey _ gang.
Circle Radio, all independent, all day long.
And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?
Yo, what's happening, man? It's the Kid Double R, man. Shouts out to Circle Internet Radio. Interview on the way. You know what it is. It's the Kid.
It's your boy YK I'm checking in. You can check me out on Facebook, ATK Instagram, Mr. Walk Down. And shout out to Circuit Radio for interviewing me. Interview dropping soon.
Man, what's happening, man? AB on Belgium, man. I'm rocking with Circuit Internet Radio. Shout out my boy G, man. We just dropped the exclusive interview. Go subscribe to my YouTube, AB on Belgium. Follow me on Instagram, AB on Belgium _ Mixtape on the way.
4K Trey, man, y'all know what's going on, man. Go follow my interview. OBG be the gang. Look me up on YouTube. Follow me on IG, 4K.Trey _ gang.
Circle Radio, all independent, all day long.
And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?
Yo, what's happening, man? It's the Kid Double R, man. Shouts out to Circle Internet Radio. Interview on the way. You know what it is. It's the Kid.
It's your boy YK I'm checking in. You can check me out on Facebook, ATK LeJ, Instagram, Mr. Walk Down. And shout out to Circuit Radio for interviewing me. Interview dropping soon.
Man, what's happening, man? AB on Belzer, man. I'm rocking with Circuit Internet Radio. Shout out my boy G, man. We just dropped the exclusive interview. Go subscribe to my YouTube, AB on Belzer. Follow me on Instagram, AB on Belzer _ Mixtape on the way.
4K Trey, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Go follow my interview. OBGB the gang. Look me up on YouTube. Follow me on IG, 4K.Trey _ gang.
Circle Radio, all independent, all day long.
And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?
Yo, what's happening, man? It's the Kid Double R, man. Shouts out to Circle Internet Radio. Interview on the way. You know what it is. It's the Kid.
It's your boy YK LeJ. I'm checking in. You can check me out on Facebook, ATK LeJ, Instagram, Mr. Walk Down. And shout out to Circuit Radio for interviewing me. Interview dropping soon.
Man, what's happening, man? AB on Belzer, man. I'm rocking with Circuit Internet Radio. Shout out my boy G, man. We just dropped the exclusive interview. Go subscribe to my YouTube, AB on Belzer. Follow me on Instagram, AB on Belzer _ Mixtape on the way.
4K Trey, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Go follow my interview. OBGB the gang. Look me up on YouTube. Follow me on IG, 4K.Trey _ gang.
Circle Radio, all independent, all day long.
What's up, and welcome to HBCU Right Now. I am your host, comedian Blueski Blue, and I have a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Mike Murphy, General Manager of the Montgomery Biscuits. Yeah.
Murph. How you doing today, Mr. Murphy?
I'm doing well. How are you guys? Appreciate you having me on.
Hey, man, no problem, man. You know, since you are the Montgomery Biscuits, we wanted to get a background of you. You know, tell us where you're from. You know, tell us how you got into, managing the biscuits and everything like that.
Yeah, so originally from a small town in North Carolina called Goldsboro. So eastern part of the state, about 45 minutes east of Raleigh. Similar to Prattville, for those that are here locally in Montgomery. It's a smaller town with an Air Force base, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, kind of drives a lot of the stuff that goes on in my hometown. So grew up there, went to the University of North Carolina. Was just telling you before, I actually walked on, played football there. I was a long snapper for North Carolina. Ended up starting for 3 years and realized I wasn't a very good football player once the ball left my hands. So I could throw a ball between my legs, but after that, it hurts to get hit. I'm not fast enough to go tackle anybody. Blocking some freak athletes that I played against. So that didn't last long. But so after after playing ball in college, I always knew I wanted to stay around sports. You know, going into school as an exercise and sports science major, you know, originally thought maybe I could be an athletic trainer and be around the team that way, but while playing, I wasn't able to take those classes, wasn't able to get the, you know, kind of the practical aspect of being a trainer. So, kind of looked at things a little different way and started looking at some of the sports administration stuff, whether it was going to be in college sports or professional sports. I knew I wanted to stay around it. And after I graduated in the fall of 2007, so right when the economy crashed. So you had to like beg people to do unpaid internships at the time.
Yeah, I remember those days.
But ended up, you know, after a while of just applying for jobs, applying for internships, applying to grad schools, on the same exact day, actually, I got accepted into grad school at Virginia Commonwealth, VCU, up in Richmond, Virginia, for my master's, and got a job with the Durham Bulls as a summer internship. So it worked out that I was able to do both because the internship I started at the beginning of the season in April, left in August right before the end of the season to go start grad school. After that internship, I kind of decided, like, hey, minor league baseball is not for me. And, you know, one summer of baseball, I was like, man, no, not for me. Went to grad school and was like, hey, I still don't know exactly what it is, what is for me. But while I was there, I worked in the athletic department for VCU. I worked as a marketing graduate assistant and a graduate assistant as a baseball operations for the baseball team. And so I was handling all the team travel and like their meals on the road and things like that.
So you was
know,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes stuff. Not really coaching. Was you know, on some road trips, like, hey, if you want to sit in the dugout, you can, like kind of thing. But like, I wasn't really involved with baseball. But one day during the fall, during their fall practices, we're out at practice, and VCU at the time was the only tenant of the stadium, a place called the Diamond up in Richmond, where the Braves AAA team was there for almost 40 years. And they moved to Gwinnett, Georgia. So this was a year where there was no baseball in Richmond, Virginia, in that stadium other than VCU. So during the fall practice, there's, you know, the head coach comes over to me during batting practice one day, and he's like, hey, you see those two guys walking around the concourse? I'm like, yeah. And I'm thinking, like, he wants me to go kick them out or something. I'm like, yes, sir. He's like, go introduce yourself to those guys. It'll be good for you. Okay. And I go up and I introduce myself. It's like, hey, how you doing? I'm Mike Murphy. And the guy goes, Murphy, I'm going to call you Murph.
Murph.
Okay. And his name is Parney. And his name's Todd Parnell. He is the now vice president and chief operating officer for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. So he was at the time walking around the stadium kind of incognito. They were bringing baseball back to Richmond, and he and the chief executive manager at the time, Chuck Domino, two legends in minor league baseball, were there kind of surveying the scene, like, what are we getting ourselves into kind of thing. This is the stadium, what do we have? And met those guys and saw that there was kind of a different way of going about minor league baseball. And I love the people in Durham. I love what I was doing, but a lot of it was geared a little bit at the time more towards baseball. And some of that was my mindset, where it's like, I want to work in baseball. This isn't what I'm doing. Like, I'm working in the kids zone. I'm working, you know, parking, whatever. I'm not working in baseball. And then I realized, like, that's the point. You know, you don't want to work in baseball. You want to work in the other side of it. And that's kind of the way that we approached it in Richmond. That, you know, once I finished grad school, did an internship with the Flying Squirrels, and absolutely fell back in love with minor league baseball. And just a different approach of doing things, became a full-time sponsorship salesperson, worked my way up to director of sponsorships there. But the approach that we took, like I said, it wasn't about the baseball. It wasn't necessarily about, like, you know, the thing that Parney always says, we're not in the baseball business, we're not in the entertainment business, we're in the memory-making business. Because that's what minor league baseball is. You come to the ballpark and you're making memories with your family, with your friends, you know, with your coworkers, whatever it is. Like, most of the time, I just told you, I don't even know half the time if we win or lose or what the score is. I mean, I know if we win or lose, but I don't know what the score is a lot of times. I don't know who was pitching at all times.
But you're having a good time there.
Right. And I'm working, right? And I'm working. So, you know, the people that are just there to have a good time, we want to make sure that they have a good time. And that's what's important about it. And, you know, just seeing that different approach, that's kind of what got me back into, you know, really saying, hey, this is, you know, kind of a career path for me. I took a short break away from baseball. Got offered a job with the Richmond Raceway, at the time Richmond International Raceway, and while I was there, I had 3 different business cards because we went through a brand change the whole time. I was there for 11 months. So it was pretty cool. Got to dive in the world of Ricky Bobby, which you mentioned one of your
Shake and
favorites.
bake.
But a phenomenal experience going from me being on the sponsorship side of things. I looked at it as, mostly what I was doing with the baseball team was local and regional partners, and getting an opportunity to work with some national brands. One of my clients there was Mars, so M&M, Snickers. It was a great experience.
Right.
And about halfway through that experience, one of my best friends from working in Richmond called me up. And he was like, "Hey, how do you like NASCAR?" I was like, "Man, I'm having a good time, meeting a lot of good people. Why? What's up?" He goes, "You want to come back to baseball?" I was like, I'm not really sure yet. What are you talking about? He's like, we're going to Montgomery. I'm like, who's we, and what are you talking about? What's Montgomery? What do you mean? And so the ownership group from the Richmond Flying Squirrels put another group together and purchased the Montgomery Biscuits. And one of my best friends from working is now the COO, Chief Operating Officer for the Biscuits, Brendan Porter. Called me up. He and I are very similar, close-minded people, but have different strengths. So we work very well together. Gotcha. Where right now he'd tell you right now, he's like, "I don't want to do a podcast. I don't want to talk." But me, I'm like, "Yeah, I'll talk to whoever." But he likes being a little bit more behind the scenes, and I would prefer to never do math and, those types of things. So we work really well together because we're like-minded and we have different strengths. But it was a case where I saw this as an opportunity to come work with one of my best friends, get an opportunity to become the general manager in a place, move to Montgomery, which I absolutely love. My wife and I, like I said, grew up in a small town, and we were living in Richmond, Virginia, so Montgomery was kind of halfway in between. So it's been a great transition personally and professionally, and so that's kind of a long roundabout way of saying, how did I get to Montgomery?
You gave us a nice little book report, Okay, so we're going to get into a couple questions I got from some fans who sent me these questions a couple days ago.
All right.
First question on the list. What does a manager do for a baseball team?
So from a general manager's perspective for minor league baseball, it's a lot different than what it is for other professional sports. So when you think of a general manager for for a football team or a major league baseball team, they're working more on the baseball side of things. They're working on trades, building the team's roster, things like that. For us, the Tampa Bay Rays handle that. The Tampa Bay Rays make all decisions based on all player decisions, anything team personnel, anything that happens on the field in the game of baseball, it's all Tampa Bay Rays. Okay. For us, my role is to oversee the business side of it. So it's more like being the general manager of a restaurant or a department store or something like that, where there's so many different aspects of it. So I oversee our ticket sales, group ticket sales, suites, sponsorships, marketing, promotions, food and beverage. That's kind of the different areas that we handle. So basically, when you come into the ballpark, anything your experience as a fan is, it's our job as our front office to make sure that you have that best experience possible. And for me, it's a way we work. I don't want to say I do it, but we work together as a team, and have some great people around us that do a phenomenal job, and I get to kind of sit back and look good whenever they do a great job.
Correct. Okay, question number 2. What is your vision for the Montgomery Biscuits? Your overall vision.
Okay, yeah. So for me, it kind of goes with our, kind of the 3 pillars of our business. So one is to have fun every single day. Okay. So that's step one. And for me, like I said, I have fun. I get to come to the ballpark. That's my office. So if we, as the front office, and myself as the general manager, are not having fun, how can we expect people to come to the ballpark and have fun?
Correct.
So one of the main visions is for Riverwalk Stadium to become a fun place and a place for that, no matter what it is, whether it's baseball, whether it's a concert, whether it's, hey, we're opening the gates for happy hour, people look at it and say that's the most fun place in downtown Montgomery. That's where I want to go, and look at us in that way for whatever you have planned. So if you're saying, hey, I want to plan a fun wedding, plan your wedding at Riverwalk Stadium. Like, let's do it with the Biscuits. So, you know, that's something that's step one. Number two is, you know, to make an impact every single day. So how can we broaden our reach? How can we get away from the ballpark? So what things can we do to not only, okay, yes, we want to, you know, have organizations come to us and have a great time at the ballpark and be able to get awareness and be able to do fundraising campaigns, but what can we do away? How can we help impact our community? And that's really important to us, and that can be on any different level. I mean, that can be something as simple as a, you know, small ticket fundraiser, or that can be something a little bit broader. I mean, we started our own 501c3 that our goal in that is, again, to make an impact in a variety of different ways. And, you know, it could be from a youth sports initiative. It could be something completely different. You know, like you never really know what's going to come up. You know, kind of lighthearted when they come to work. Like, I don't want people to come into work every single day worried about, like, okay, if I do this wrong, like, I'm going to get chewed out or whatever. Like, no, come to the ballpark. Like, I tell people all the time, like, we're not saving lives. We're hopefully improving lives. Yes, in a roundabout way. Yeah, maybe we can save a life, but, you know, we're not performing surgeries every single day. Like, you know, don't worry about it. Be laid back, like, whatever. But so it's being trusting, I think, is the, you know, the end result of that from a leadership standpoint. You have to trust the people that's around that are you surround yourself with. So those are probably the two biggest things for me.
Okay. Now this question here is from my coworker.
Okay.
All right. I understand you're the manager of the Biscuits, but what is your favorite baseball team?
So, yeah. So I guess that is a trick question. So growing up, I was a big Yankees fan.
Okay.
I grew up, both of my parents were from New York, almost like bred to be a Yankees fan. Like I didn't really have a choice. Like,
so is it like, I know New York has like two teams. Is it the Mets or the Yankees, or it's just Yankees?
Yes. It's a little bit of, hey, if you're a Mets fan, why?
Right.
You know, kind of thing. You know, but honestly though, like whenever I was growing up, the first major league game I ever went to was a Mets game, and Darryl Strawberry hit 3 home runs in that game. And in my second year working in minor league baseball, I had the chance to meet him, and I told him that. I was like, hey man, like first big league game I ever went to, you hit 3 home runs. And he just he was signing some baseballs, and he looked up, he goes, Shea or Wrigley? Like he did it every day, kind of like it was like no big deal. I was like, Shay, he goes, yeah, Astros, and just goes right back to signing. Like it was like so nonchalant. So that's like one of the cool things about like working in this industry. You get to meet guys that you're a fan of growing up. But yeah, I grew up a big Yankees fan. Which, you know, during the time that I was in, you know, middle school, high school was that late 90s, early 2000s run when they were, you know, phenomenal. So, but, you know, my parents have photos of me and my brothers, like, basically newborn wearing Yankee jackets, basically. So that was forced upon me.
All those infamous baby pictures.
Yeah, but you know, since working in minor league baseball, I've worked, the team in Richmond was a Giants affiliate, and now we're a Tampa Bay Rays affiliate. So, it's hard not to root for the guys that have come through, not to root for those guys like, you know, when you watch a Rays game and you kind of have a sense of pride of, hey, man, that guy was here 2 years ago. Like, how cool is that? Or actually, the other night I was watching a Yankees game. They were playing the Braves, and two guys that are on the Braves played for us in Richmond. You know, so it's cool to see guys that, you know, they didn't make it with the Giants, but they moved around, and finally they're in the big leagues and they're getting their shots.
Okay. All right. Well, next question is from my mom.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a mom question. All right. How did the name Biscuits come into existence?
So this was well before my time. So I got here, like I said, in the fall of 17. So 2018 was my first season. 2004 was the first Biscuit season. So 15 years of that being in place before I got here. So if anybody hates it, it wasn't my fault. If anybody loves it, you're welcome, I guess. I'm trying to do my best to keep it going. So the Biscuits were one of the first teams to do it, and it's become much more commonplace since, doing a name the team contest in the community and having people submit names. And from what I understand, and this is the way it happened, same team, I worked for a team called the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Same thing that happened there. You get thousands of names, and you look through all these names, and you try to pick the one that only one person suggests. You know, and it's like, if one person suggested the Biscuits, it's like, we might have something there.
Right.
You know, like if like you have 15 people saying, go with the Bears, go with the Bears, go with the Bears, it's like, yeah, Bears isn't the answer, you know. But one cool thing with minor league baseball, and you can see it with some of the names that have popped up. I mean, just look around our league. In 2004, the Biscuits were like the most wild, off-the-charts name that you can ever think of. And right now we have teams in our league called the Blue Wahoos, the Shuckers, and the Trash Pandas. So
what is a trash panda?
Yeah, a trash panda. So it's a raccoon that's in a trash can that has a little calculator on it. So it's like a rocket ship. So the Rocket City Trash Pandas, I think they stole it from, was it Guardians of the Galaxy?
Man.
I think that's what
so
it
they
is.
can come up with
or no,
no
they didn't
other
steal it,
name.
but again, like fan submitted name. It's kind of an homage to the fact that, you know, in Madison, the NASA, you know, so Rocket City, and then Trash Pandas being from that Guardian of the Galaxy. So it works. But I guess the key that I'm trying to say is, whether it's Biscuits, whether it's Flying Squirrels, whether it's Trash Pandas, you can come up with a crazy off-the-wall name. But you have to back that up with a logo. And that's one thing that I'd put our logo and our brand up against any in minor league baseball and across professional sports. Like, something's just different about the Biscuits, where we have people every single day, you know, buying merchandise from all over the country, all over the world. Like, I can't believe there's a team called the Biscuits, you know, and having a biscuit in an M, like, it's just something that's really cool. So to answer your mom, I don't know, but I'm glad that it happened.
Now, shout out to Ashley. She works in your
your store. Yeah, Ashley Williams, phenomenal.
Yeah, she did two of my jerseys down there.
Okay.
So, big shout out to her.
Which one do you have?
I got the sky blue one,
and
I have I think it's the away jersey.
The gray one?
Blue, yeah, dark blue one.
Okay.
No, that's the home jersey.
So
dark blue
yeah, so
gold.
dark blue. Okay, yeah. So that was an alternate. We actually don't have that one anymore. So we just introduced a new one that we need to get to. It's kind of a multicolor. It's like an old Astros. Remember when they had that?
Oh yeah.
But it says the Gump across the front.
I will come and get that.
Yeah.
I will come and get that.
Yeah. So available now at the Biscuit Basket. Just see Ashley.
All right. Next question. What is the biggest rivalry game for the Biscuits? I think I asked you that earlier. But what's the biggest rivalry game you guys have?
Yeah, so it's different. I think for our fans, it's Birmingham, the Barons. Obviously, Birmingham, Montgomery, big rivalry no matter what's going on.
Right.
For the team on the field, this year it has been the Mississippi Braves. They've been kind of a little bit of a thorn in our side this year. I mean, they're in first place. We're in second place right now, or we're in second place, actually tied with the Barons, and we're playing the Barons this week. So, this is the first year, 2021, because the Rocket City Trash Pandas used to be in Mobile.
That name alone.
Yeah, so they were in Mobile and they moved up to Madison. So that kind of flipped our leagues where we were the central, we're the most central team. So we flipped from being in the North Division down to the South Division. So when we were in the North Division, it was clearly Birmingham. We were playing them all the time. We're in the same division. Now we're in the South Division, so our division is Mississippi, Biloxi, and Pensacola. So I think those are, obviously we're in a pretty small league. There's only 8 total teams, so pretty much everybody can be a rivalry. But I think for our fans, it means a little bit more when you beat Birmingham.
Yeah, I say it all the time, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now this is gonna be a off the wall question.
Okay.
All right. If a person was interested in trying out for the Biscuits, how can they try out? They asked me this question all day today, and I don't know the answer.
Okay. So, like I said before, all the baseball decisions, all the personnel are handled by Tampa Bay Rays. So we actually, you can be the greatest player in the world and come to me, and I have I can't help you. I can say, hey, give me film, and I can try to get it in the hands, but odds are, if you're that good, the Rays already know about it. So that's, you can't really try out for the Biscuits. It's something, unfortunately, I'm sure there's a ton of talented people around here, but we've had guys that are from the area come through and play against the Biscuits because there's so much talent in this area. But yeah, it's one of those things where you've got to kind of work your way through the Rays system, whether you're drafted or signed as a free agent by the Rays, and then work up from their 2 single-A organizations up to double-A. That's how you become a Biscuit.
Okay. And my next question is, what is the best part about your job? Your job alone.
Yeah. So
I know you have a whole
there's a lot of it. Obviously, I get to show up every single day at a baseball stadium and call it work. So that kind of sums it up. But I mean, really within that, I always say the best part of my job is the people, and the worst part of my job is the people. Because you get that sometimes where it's there's every now and then you have to deal with somebody who's a little bit angry about something. But in all honesty, our fans are phenomenal, and being around just baseball people in general, whether it's our players or our coaching staff. Like I said, I'm really, really lucky to say, hey, I'm going to work and show up at a baseball
that's
stadium.
Awesome, man. That is, I would pay to do that, man. Okay, now this segment of the show is a quiz.
Okay.
Baseball knowledge.
All right.
Are you knowledgeable with baseball?
Somewhat.
You okay? Okay.
Somewhat.
All right. I got 6 questions for you.
Okay.
6. First question.
Wait, do you have the answer so I can cheat? Something look on the paper there.
Some of them.
All right.
All right. First question. Who retired from baseball with 755 home runs?
Hank Aaron.
Correct.
From?
The Atlanta Braves.
Where was he born?
Here?
Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama boy. So, off topic, I think there are 7 or 8 Alabama-born Major League Hall of Famers.
Yeah, because he got a stadium named after him down there.
Yeah, so that's where they moved. They just moved from there. But yeah,
Man.
So Hank Aaron's from Alabama. Willie Mays is from Alabama. Satchel Paige is from Alabama. There's quite a Ozzie Smith was born.
Man,
in
you dropping
Alabama.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Man, you dropping knowledge for the people, man.
Yeah, don't even ask the question.
Right.
See, that's my way of trying to waste time so I don't get to a question I don't know.
All right, next question. What does the letters RBI, the acronym, mean?
It's runs batted in.
Okay. Next question. You're a Yankee fan, so you probably going to know this one.
Okay.
What team did Babe Ruth play for?
The Yankees and the Red Sox and the Boston Braves.
Okay. Next question. The Green Monster is affiliated with this team.
Boston Red Sox.
What
Fenway
team
Park.
did Ken Griffey Jr. play for and then got traded to?
So he came up with the Seattle Mariners, went to the Cincinnati Reds, and then went back to the Seattle Mariners. So
All right.
So growing up a big Yankees fan, it was like it pained my dad. I had a Ken Griffey Jr. poster on my wall as a kid.
Man.
I think everybody growing up that
had one
age,
too.
like Griffey was
Man.
the best player at the time. He was
Right.
a little bit different, a little bit edgy, more I guess
Right.
different from anybody else that had come in. And he killed the Yankees. So, like, it was always the thing where, like, I had a Mariners hat and a Yankees hat and a Griffey poster on my wall and a Derek Jeter poster on my wall. And my dad was like, what do you do? Like, it's a big disappointment for him.
Like, you just can't pick one. You got to get all of them.
Right.
All right. My last question is, Home Run Derby of 1998 consisted of these two great players. 1998.
McGuire and Bonds. No.
You got one of them.
1998.
Yep. I give you two teams.
Okay.
Chicago Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, so McGuire and Sosa, the home run race?
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay.
Sure
See,
was.
that's two different questions.
Sure was.
Sosa
But-
wasn't in the home run derby that year.
Well, you're
was he?
right. You're right. Well, he was.
I don't know who won the home run derby. But, yes, they were in the race to
Yeah,
see
he
who
was
could
in-
break Roger Maris's record. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Right.
I was wrong.
Okay, now let's
But you
get
know I
to-
will argue. I will argue.
All right, so now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of the show.
Okay.
All right, later on this evening at 7 p.m., it's the HBCU game of the week between the Eagles of North Carolina Central and the Braves of Alcorn State University. It'll be at 7 o'clock p.m. on ESPN. All right,
All right.
so if you had to pick between North Carolina Central and Alcorn State University in Atlanta, Carolina, Mississippi, who would you pick?
I got to go with Central. I told you, I'm from North Carolina. I went to the University of North Carolina right down the road from Central. So I got to go with Central.
So you're going with North Carolina Central.
Got to go with Central.
All right. Now I'm going to go with Alcorn State University.
And I don't know the first thing about either team. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't looked at anything, but just straight up homer.
Now, I'm going to tell you this. Alcorn State University has won the SWAT championship, not last year, but year before last.
Right.
And year before that.
Right.
And year before that. So
That was okay.
it's a SWAT MEAC challenge. So, I'm kind of leaning towards Alcorn State, but, like you said, North Carolina does have a different breed of people up there. So they may have their number when they play them. So you never know.
Who was Central? Central took a FBS team or a bowl team. Who was it? I forget who Central played a couple years ago. That was like
Top team.
Not one of the top 25 teams, but a Power 5 team. That they took a Power 5 team to the limits a couple years ago and should have beat them. I forget who it was.
Man. So once again, this game comes on today, 7 p.m. ESPN. North Carolina Central versus Alcorn State University. He picks North Carolina Central. I'm picking Alcorn State. So when the game actually comes on and Alcorn State wins, I'm going to call him.
Right.
I'm going to call you and be like, hey, Alcorn State won.
Okay.
So are you a band person too? Are you into music, instruments, and all that good
Yeah.
stuff? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I have zero musical ability, but I love it.
So band-wise, if you was to pick between Central or Alcorn, who would you go with?
Man, that's just mean to put me on the spot like that.
Just band-wise, you just...
See, that's more important than the game, though. Like, that's
yes.
harder to pick than the game, too.
Yes, I would say.
I would stick with Central.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm going
I
to
can
stick with
see that.
Central.
But I'm going to go with Alcorn on that, too, as
Okay.
well. Being that I was in the band and seeing them grow since 2003, and they went from a small band to a humongous size band now. So I'm going to go with Alcorn on that one, So
Yeah. I don't
that's
even
gonna be,
know,
that's
like,
going to be something to see.
does either band have, like, a nickname that I should know? Like,
Yeah, I think the Alcorn is SOD, Sounds of Dynamite,
Uh-huh.
and Central is just the marching. I got the name somewhere.
Eagles.
No, they're the Sound Machine.
Okay.
So they're the Sound Machine versus the Sounds of Dynamite. So that's gonna be kind of a nice little battle. You know, so y'all tune in and watch that, man. It's coming on at 7. It's gonna be on ESPN. It's the only game of the weekend. You cannot miss it. It's gonna be on ESPN. So I want to thank Mr. Murphy for coming through and spending his time with me. You know, getting the ins and outs of baseball and the Montgomery Biscuits. And that's it for today, man. You got some words of wisdom you want to give to Montgomery?
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the time. Hopefully, I can come back and pick some games where I can do some research.
So you want me to see the schedule ahead of time?
Yeah.
You know, so when you come back.
Well, at least, I mean, after there's, a couple of weeks of film or whatever, I mean, I'm not going to watch film.
You know, we got to start.
Who am I kidding? I'm not going to watch film.
We're going to start the week off with just the first game. You're like, okay, we're going to get a swig of it and see how it is.
Yeah.
And then when the next week come, when they have like 9 games going on, then we actually pick. So,
okay.
You know, I want to appreciate you for coming by.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. Everybody needs to come out to the ballpark on the 31st.
Yes,
right?
August 31st.
So Tuesday.
I'll be throwing a pitch.
I mean, we're home. Every time the Biscuits are home, we're home Tuesday through Sunday. Mm-hmm. This week on Tuesday, we got a very special guest throwing a first pitch out.
Thank you, man.
Right here.
I feel so important. My mom's going to be there, man, the whole family and everything. So my mom is excited. She went and got a jersey made. Yeah. It says Blues Mom on the back.
All right.
So I'm going to have to show you that when she gets here. It came in today, and then she had it on, and she took pictures, and she went to work in it. And I was like, man, you can't go to work in a jersey. Like, you're at a hospital. You going to work in a jersey.
That's fine. You can wear Biscuits jersey wherever you want to go.
I mean, like,
I'm fine with it.
I thought she was going to wait till Tuesday. But soon it came in the mail, she had on the same day. And then she took a picture of it and sent it to me. She's like, hey, it came in. I was like, oh, you're at work? She was like, yeah. Oh, man. You can't be at work. You're a nurse. You can't be at work with the nursing scrubs on, and you got the jacket, and you got the jersey over the jacket. But she's a dedicated fan, I guess. So,
works.
You know,
a fan of the Biscuits or a fan of her son?
Probably both.
Yes.
Well, leaning towards the Biscuits, though.
That's just a yes. Yeah.
She's leaning more towards the Biscuits.
There we go.
You know, so August 31st, I will be at the Riverwalk Stadium throwing the first pitch to Mr. Murphy.
And you watching the platform, and I'm tuning in live. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DJJoy334. You already know what's going on. Free my grandma. Hey, we on the platform. What's up?